Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So we're going to read from Kṛṣṇa book, a chapter where there is a pastime of Damodar Leela mentioned here by Srila Prabhupada. So the title of the chapter is Mother Yaśodā binds Lord Kṛṣṇa. Okay, so we read and we try to enjoy this chapter. Once upon a time, seeing that her maidservant was engaged in different household duties, Mother Yaśodā personally took charge of churning the butter. And while she churned the butter, she sang the childhood pastimes of Kṛṣṇa and enjoyed thinking of her son. So Mother Yaśodā loved Kṛṣṇa so much. And Kṛṣṇa, since his childhood, there are wonderful pastimes of Lord Kṛṣṇa. When Kṛṣṇa was born, then he was transferred from Gokul to Mathura. And then Putana tried to kill him when he was just born. And that time Lord Kṛṣṇa killed the Putana. And then there was another Tarnavat Rakshas, and so many other demons came and tried to kill Kṛṣṇa. So all these pastimes she is remembering while she is churning the butter. The end of her sari was tightly wrapped while she churned, and on account of her intense love for her son Kṛṣṇa, milk automatically dripped from her breast, which moved as she labored very hard, churning with 2 hands. So she was churning and she was remembering Kṛṣṇa's pastimes. And she was loving Kṛṣṇa very much. The bangles and the bracelets on her hands tinkled as they touched each other, and her earrings and breast shook. There were drops of perspiration on her face, and the flower garland which was on her head scattered here and there. So she was wearing a flower garland. In olden times, ladies used to decorate their hairs with the flower garlands. This was also the day of Diwali actually. When she was churning the butter, that was the day of Diwali day. Diwali is coming soon. So this is the day of Diwali. So you can see, imagine Mother Yaśodā dressed up very nicely, wearing ornaments, bangles, wearing the flower garland in her flowers in her hairs, and churning the butter, and the bangles are touching each other and they're making the sound, right? Mother Yaśodā. And she's remembering Kṛṣṇa while working. Before this picture's cue sight, Lord Kṛṣṇa appeared as a child. He felt hungry, and to increase his mother's love, he wanted her to stop churning. He indicated that her first business was to let him suck her breast, and then she could churn butter later. So Lord Kṛṣṇa was hungry and he asked for the breast milk. Mother Yaśodā took her son on the lap and pushed the nipples of her breast into his mouth. And while Kṛṣṇa was sucking the milk, she was smiling, enjoying the beauty of her child's face. Suddenly, the milk which was on the stove began to boil. So Mother Yaśodā is feeding the baby, and in the kitchen, like here you can see from the door of the kitchen, right? So like that, from one room she was able to see what's happening in the kitchen. So then she saw, oh, milk is boiling. Just to stop the milk from spilling, Mother Yaśodā at once put Kṛṣṇa aside. So Mother Yaśodā, now she is feeding Kṛṣṇa, but then she saw, oh, my milk is... Now was that milk very expensive? Or Kṛṣṇa very expensive? Who is important? Kṛṣṇa. But Mother Yaśodā gave priority to milk. You see, this is what it is. We forget what is important in our life. This is called priority management. So Mother Yaśodā, she gave importance to milk, then Kṛṣṇa. Mother Yaśodā at once put Kṛṣṇa aside and went to the stove. Left in that state by his mother, Krishna became very angry, not only angry. So Srila Prabhupada is using the words. So when we do not pay attention to Krishna, what happens Krishna? Very angry. सिर्फ एंग्री नहीं, तो भगवान के सामने बैठ के अगर हम भगवान की कथा में ध्यान नहीं है तो क्या होता है? बहुत गुस्सा, वेरी एंग्री. अगर भगवान की कथा चल रही है, भगवान की आरती चल रही है, भगवान का नाम स्मरण चल रहा है और आपका भगवान की कथा में ध्यान नहीं है, या फिर आप भगवान के नाम में रुचि नहीं लेंगे, तो भगवान को बहुत गुस्सा आता है. तो भगवान यशोदा माता के ऊपर गुस्सा हो गया और भगवान क्या किया? एंड हिज लिप्स एंड आईज बिकेम रेड इन द रेज. He pressed his teeth and lips, and taking up the piece of stone, what did he do? Butter pot he broke. Why did he break the butter pot? Why angry? Because inattention. He took the butter out of it, and with the false tears in his eyes, he began to eat the butter in the secluded place. In the corner, he sat and started eating butter. In meantime, Mother Yaśodā returned to the churning place after setting the overflowing milk pan in the order. She saw the broken pot. So now here, Mother Yaśodā comes from the kitchen, and in the corner there's a pot is broken. Now Mother Yaśodā, she's worried about the milk. How much she'll be worried about the butter, can you imagine? Because it took a lot of time to make butter. So mother has worked very hard, and now Krishna has spoiled the butter. So first Krishna was angry, now who is angry? Mother is angry. So the cycle of anger continues. She saw the broken pot in which the churning yogurt has been kept. Since she could not find her boy, what did she conclude? She concluded that broken pot was Krishna's work. Krishna is a naughty boy, you know. She smiled as she thought, the child is very clever. After breaking the pot, he has left this place, fearing the punishment. After she sought all over, she found her son sitting on a big wooden grinding mortar. And there was a mortar. In the picture, in the DT, you can see there is a big mortar. Mortar is उखल कहते हैं उसको हिंदी में, जिसमें बटर डाल के उसको हिलाते हैं, उसको उखल कहते हैं. So Krishna was sitting on the big wooden grinding mortar, which was pushed aside upside down. He was taking butter from a pot, which was hanging from the ceiling. So now Krishna climbed on the mortar and then climbed on took the butter also from the ceiling, which was swinging, and he was feeding into the monkeys. She saw Krishna looking this way and that way in the fear of her. So Krishna is taking the butter and then looking here. Mother Yaśodā to nahi aa rahe hain piche se, and he is feeding the monkeys. Because he was conscious of his naughty behavior. So Krishna knew that he is doing wrong, but still he likes doing wrong, you know. Krishna is a butter thief. You see, there is a picture there where Krishna and Balram, they are stealing the butter. Can you see that picture there? The butter thieves, there is a picture there. And then next to one is the Mother Yaśodā binding to Krishna. After seeing her son so engaged, she very silently approached him from behind. So Mother Yaśodā thought that this Krishna is going to run away. So she slowly went behind. However, as Krishna saw her coming towards him with a stick in her hand, he immediately got down from the grinding water and began to flee in the fear. Mother Yaśodā chased him to the corners, trying to capture the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Krishna is not an ordinary person. भगवान को पकड़ने के लिए कौन पकड़ सकता है? भगवान को कोई नहीं पकड़ सकता है, लेकिन माता यशोदा है जो भगवान को पकड़ने के लिए जा रही है. So, Lord Krishna, who is never approached even by the meditators of great yogis, बड़े बड़े योगी भी भगवान को नहीं पा सकते, तो मदर यशोदा उनको पकड़ने के लिए भागी. In other words, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, who is never caught by yogis and speculators, was playing just like a little child for such a great devotee as Mother Yaśodā. So this is Bhagavan Krishna playing a pastime with Mother Yaśodā, because Mother Yaśodā is a great devotee. This is very important. भगवान अपने भक्तों के साथ ही अनेक लीला करते हैं और भक्तों को आनंद देने के लिए आते हैं भगवान. यदा यदा ही धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्. परित्राणाय साधुना, पहला यही है, परित्राणाय साधु. साधु यानी भगवान के भक्त. जो भगवान के भक्त है उनको आनंद देने के लिए भगवान मेनली आते हैं. फिर साथ में विनाशाय तो दुष्कृताम, और फिर धर्म की स्थापना करते हैं. Mother Yaśodā, however, could not easily catch the fast running child because of her thin waist and heavy body. Still, she tried to follow him as fast as possible. Her hair loosened and the flowers in her hair fell to the ground. So while Mother Yaśodā is running, Krishna is running ahead, and Mother Yaśodā she is little hefty, so she can't run as fast as little Olivia. It's hard to catch the kids sometimes. So Mother Yaśodā is running, and what's happening now? All the beautiful hairs and the flowers from her hair are falling down, because she was dressed up for the Diwali day, but now Krishna has made the mess of the whole house. So the Diwali is different now. So her hair loosened and the flowers in her hair fell to the ground. Although she was tired, she became tired. Why she is tired? First of all, she got up early in the morning, then she boiled the milk, then she churned the milk, and make the butter, put the butter in the pot, and then put another milk, fed Krishna, and Krishna spoiled everything. And now she has to run to chase him, so it's just too much work for her, So she is very tired now. She somehow reached her naughty child and captured him. When he was caught, Krishna was almost on the point of crying. It's a bogus crying. Krishna, he makes a drama while. He smeared his hands over his eyes like this. Karam Bhoja. He smeared his hands over his eyes, which were anointed with black eye cosmetics. Black eye cosmetics is kajal. We call it an eyeliner nowadays. So in those days, they used to put the black kajal. So he says, the child saw his mother's face while she stood over him, and his eyes became restless from fear. Now this is very important. Krishna's eyes became restless from fear. Krishna is not afraid of anyone. All the Rakshasa also he killed. He was not scared of Rakshasa. He killed Putana, Agasur, Pakasur. So many Rakshasas were killed. But then why he is afraid of his mother? Is that Mother Yaśodā is very dangerous to Krishna? No, this is also bhava, exchange of love. So there are different bhavas, and this is one of the bhava of Lord Krishna. Mother Yaśodā could understand that Krishna was unnecessarily afraid. You see that? And for his benefit, she wanted to allay his fears. So Mother Yaśodā said, he should not be worried, but now he is worried. So let's do one thing. Relieve him little anxiety, because the child crying too much and afraid is not good. Being the topmost well-wisher of her child, Mother Yaśodā thought, if the child is too fearful of me, I don't know what will happen to him. So she's thinking that if Krishna is running away and if she will make him more fearful, Krishna may leave the house and run away. So she said, okay, I should not be doing that. So Mother Yaśodā then threw away her stick. In order to punish him, though she never gave up the idea of punishment. So punishment is compulsory. So now she find a new idea. What is it? She thought to bind his hands with some ropes. First she thought of binding his hands. She did not know it, but it was actually impossible for to her to bind Supreme Personality of Godhead. भगवान को कोई बांध नहीं सकता. Mother Yaśodā was thinking that Krishna was her tiny child. She did not know that her child had no limitations. See, now Mother Yaśodā, she thinks that Krishna is an ordinary boy. She doesn't think that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the scene with all the Brajvasis, all Gopals, Gwalbal. They call Krishna Kana and they hit him, they tease him by different names, Makhan Chor, Ye Chor, Wo Chor. So they can call him by any name because they don't know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Krishna enjoys that bhava. We call Hey Prabhu, Hey Ishvara, Hey Dayalu, Kripalu. But those Brajvasis never call Krishna like that. They call Krishna as a Sakha, friend. When Krishna was sleeping one time, he was in the forest and then they put a peacock feather in Krishna's ear, try to wake him up from sleep like that. So they were having fun with Krishna. There is no inside or outside of him, nor beginning nor end. He is unlimited, all pervading. Indeed, he, Krishna himself, is the whole cosmic manifestation. Still, Mother Yaśodā was thinking Krishna as an ordinary child. So that's the love of parents. बच्चा कितना भी बड़ा हो जाए माँ बाप के लिए तो बच्चा ही रहता है. कितना भी बड़ा हो जाए वो तो बेटा ही रहेगा. बोलेंगे बेटा बैठो इधर शांति से. So Mother Yaśodā was thinking him as an ordinary kid only. Although he is beyond the reach of all the senses, she endeavored to bind him to a wooden grinding mortar. But when she tried to bind him, she found that rope she was using was too short. How short? Just by 2 inches. 2 inches is just like 2 fingers. So she thought, this little boy, let's take a rope and bind him. But rope was not enough. She gathered more ropes from the house and added to it, but still she found the same shortage. In this way, she connected all the ropes available in the house. But when the final knot was added, she saw that the rope was 2 inches short. The Krishna's Leela. Mother Yaśodā was smiling, but she was astonished. How was that happening? In attempting to bind her son, she became tired. It's too much work. Actually, to please Krishna is not easy. And to tie Krishna is even more difficult. She was perspiring and the garland on her head fell down. Then Lord Krishna appreciated the hard labor of his mother. This is very important. Krishna sees that how much efforts we are putting. It is not that how much successful we are. That is not counted. हम कितनी मेहनत कर रहे हैं ये काउंट होता है भगवान की भक्ति में. सक्सेस या फेलियर तो भगवान के हाथ में, हमारे हाथ में कुछ भी नहीं है. लेकिन भगवान क्या देखते हैं? कितनी हम मेहनत कर रहे हैं, किसके लिए? यूजुअली लोग मेहनत किस लिए करते हैं? खुद के लिए करते हैं. लेकिन भगवान के लिए जो मेहनत करेगा तो भगवान देखते हैं ये बंदा मेरे लिए काम कर रहा है, चलो इसका ध्यान रखेंगे. खुद के लिए तो सब करते हैं, लेकिन जो भगवान के लिए करे उसका भगवान ठीक से ध्यान रखते हैं. तो मदर यशोदा जब भगवान के लिए इतना सारा कर रहे हैं, भगवान को बांधने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, तो ठीक है, भगवान खुश हो गए उनके ऊपर. एंड बीइंग कंपैशनेट अपॉन हर ही अग्रीड. ये देखिए भगवान स्वेच्छा से बंध गए हैं. ऐसा नहीं कि वो यशोदा मैया सक्सेस हो गई. भगवान कहते चलो ठीक है बांध लो मुझे. ही अग्रीड टू बी बाउंड अप बाय द ropes. Krishna, playing as a human child in the house of Mother Yaśodā, was performing his own selected pastimes. तो भगवान ने ये मन बना के किया ये पास टाइम दामोदर का. भगवान ने जानबूझ के बटर तोड़ा, भगवान बटर का मटका फोड़ा, भगवान ने फिर जानबूझ के यशोदा मैया को बांधने को लगाया. क्यों? तो इसका और बड़ा सीक्रेट है. वो अगले चैप्टर में आएगा, देखते हैं हम। तो ये सिलेक्टेड पास टाइम, तो भगवान की जो भी लीलाएं है उसके पीछे कुछ ना कुछ पर्पस रहता है। Of course, no one can control the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The pure devotee surrenders himself unto the lotus feet of the Lord, who may either protect or vanquish the devotees. But for his part, the devotee never forgets his own position of surrender. Similarly, the Lord also feels transcendental pleasure by submitting himself to the protection of the devotees. तो भगवान को भी अलग आनंद आता है भक्तों के साथ लीला करने में। तो यहाँ पे भगवान यशोदा मैया के सामने डर के मारे सरेंडर हो गए ऐसा लग रहा है, लेकिन उसमें भगवान को ही आनंद सबसे ज़्यादा है। ये देखिए, ये जो लीलाएं हैं भगवान की, वो गोलोक वृंदावन धाम में नहीं होती है, ये सिर्फ पृथ्वी धरा पे होती है। ये भगवान की स्पेशल लीलाएं हैं। दिस वॉज exemplified by Krishna's surrender into his mother Yaśodā. Krishna is the supreme bestower of all kinds of liberation to his devotees. But the benediction which was bestowed upon Mother Yaśodā was never experienced even by ब्रह्मा जी को भी नहीं मिला था, और शिव और गॉडेस ऑफ फॉर्चून लक्ष्मी माता। तो ये यशोदा मैया का क्या नसीब है देखिए। तो भगवान उनसे डरे और भगवान बंध गए उनके हाथ में। ये नसीब ना तो ब्रह्मा जी को मिला, ना तो ब्रह्मा जी भगवान को बांध सके, ना भगवान शिव बांध सके, ना लक्ष्मी माता बांध सके भगवान को। लेकिन किसने बांध दिया? माता ने बांध दिया उनको। तो ये है यशोदा का नसीब। हाँ, द सुप्रीम पर्सनालिटी ऑफ गॉडहेड, हु इज नोन एज द सन ऑफ यशोदा एंड नंद महाराज, is never so completely known to yogis and speculators, but he is available to his, कैसे अवेलेबल है? इजीली, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है। हाँ देखिए, योगी बड़े तपस्या करते हैं, हिमालय में जाके कठिन तपस्या करते हैं और बड़ा फास्टिंग करते हैं, ये करते हैं वो करते हैं, लेकिन अगर आप भगवान को, भगवान मिलना बड़ा मुश्किल है। लेकिन अगर भगवान के भक्त आप बन गए तो भगवान मिल जाएंगे 100%। Nor is he appreciated as the supreme reservoir of all pleasures by yogis and speculators. After binding her son, Mother Yaśodā engaged herself in the household affairs. तो भगवान को तो बांधने का काम हो गया, एक कोने में बांध दिया भगवान को। तो क्या भगवान ऐसे चुप होने वाले हैं? कृष्ण वो कोई शांत बैठने वाले व्यक्ति नहीं है। At that time, bound up to the wooden mortar, Krishna could see a pair of trees before him. भगवान ने इनको बांध दिया कोने में। नंद महाराज का आंगन बहुत बड़ा था, घर का पैलेस के जैसा घर था, और कोने में बांध दिया भगवान को। देखा भगवान ने वहां पे दो बड़े पेड़ है, उसका नाम क्या है? अर्जुना ट्रीज। दो पेड़ हैं। भगवान तो ऐसे भगवान की क्या लीला है, आप भगवान को क्या समझ रहे हैं? यशोदा मैया के जैसा वो खड़े हो जाएंगे। The great reservoir of pleasure, Lord Krishna thus thought himself, Mother Yaśodā first of all left without feeding me sufficient milk. Therefore I broke the pot of yogurt. पहले तो बताया कि मुझे खाना नहीं खिलाया, इसलिए मैंने बटर का पॉट तोड़ दिया। And distributed the stock butter in the charity to monkeys. Now she has bound me to a wooden mortar. So I shall do something more mischievous than before. पहले किया था उससे ज़्यादा तो बड़ा काम करेंगे बोल रहे हैं। And thus he thought of pulling down the two very tall तमाल अर्जुन ट्री, ये अर्जुन ट्री जो है। तो कहते अभी मैं क्या करता हूँ, पहले तो वुडन मोटर लेके मैं दो पेड़ गिरा देता हूँ। तो भगवान ने क्या प्लान बनाया, बोलते अभी पेड़ गिरा दूंगा। There is a history behind the pair of Arjun trees. In their previous life, these trees were born as a human sons of Kubera, and their names were Nal Kuber and Manigriva. So ये नल कुबेर और मणिग्रीवा, ये कुबेर, कुबेर कौन है मालूम है ना? हाँ, जो ट्रेजरर, धन खजानजी बोलते हैं। सब पैसा उनके पास रहता है, संभाल के रखते हैं सब, पूरा कैशियर खजांची है वो। तो उनके दो बेटे थे, बिगड़े हुए बेटे, बड़े बाप के बिगड़े बेटे। उनका नाम क्या था? नल कुंवर और मणिग्रीवा। फॉर्चुनेटली तो ये जो नल कुंवर और मणिग्रीवा का कथा अगले चैप्टर में आएगा, ये दोनों को श्राप मिला था नारद मुनि का, क्योंकि ये इन्होंने नारद मुनि का अपराध किया था। ये कपड़े खोल के नारद मुनि के सामने स्नान कर रहे थे। कभी पब्लिक में ऐसा नहीं करते, लेकिन ये दो पागल लड़के थे। तो नल कुबेर ने कहा कि अगर आपको अपना बॉडी एक्सपोज, नारद मुनि ने कहा कि अगर आप अपना शरीर दिखाना चाहते हैं तो मैं आपको श्राप देता हूँ, आप पेड़ बन जाओ। तो दोनों पेड़ बन गए। Fortunately, they came in the vision of Lord. In their previous lives, they were cursed by great sage Narada in order to receive the highest benediction of seeing Lord Krishna. देखिए, कभी कभी साधुओं का श्राप भी वरदान बन जाता है। हाँ, तो वो उनको तो श्राप मिला कि आप पेड़ बन जाइए, लेकिन ये पेड़ बन के कहाँ आए? तो नंद बाबा के घर पे। और नंद बाबा के घर पे भगवान ने उनको देख लिया, तो अभी इनका उद्धार भगवान करेंगे, है ना। This benediction curse was bestowed upon them because of the forgetfulness due to intoxication. This story will be narrated in the next chapter. तो ये क्या है? ये देखिए, benediction curse ये भी है कि श्राप रूपी आशीर्वाद। तो कभी कभी किसी ने श्राप दिया तो हम नाराज नहीं होना है, समझ लेना कि इसमें भी कुछ भला रखा है हमारा, क्योंकि भगवान के भक्त का भगवान ठीक से ध्यान रखते हैं। तो भगवान ने भी उनका, तो नारद मुनि भगवान के भक्त थे, और भक्तों के संग में अगर कभी हमारे कैसे कभी कभी गुरु महाराज नाराज हो जाते हैं, तो समझ लेना कि ये आशीर्वाद है। गुरु महाराज नाराज हो गए तो आशीर्वाद समझ लेना, क्योंकि वो सभी के ऊपर नाराज नहीं होते, जो अपने खास है उसके ऊपर ही नाराज होते हैं। तो ऐसा है। तो दिस स्टोरी विल बी नरेटेड इन नेक्स्ट चैप्टर. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of 9th chapter of Kṛṣṇa. Mother Yaśodā binds Lord Krishna. Shri Radha Damodar ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanand.